All right, good morning. I think it's morning. Morning and night kind of run together at this stage in college. Anyway, this is my coffee mug. It is my favorite mug, and it is my very close friend. It has gotten me through a lot. It's been with me. But there's more to sleep. Well, you all know that coffee affects, like he was saying, coffee affects how you sleep and how long you stay up. But there's more to sleep than just being affected by different chemicals and different activities. Sleep is a highly complex process. It's a series of different stages that don't always follow in the same order. So what is involved? Well, our bodies automatically follow a sleep schedule. We are healthiest if we obey what our bodies tell us they want to do in regards to sleep. But they are so adaptable that we often, or that we can override what we really should do. Sleep more, sleep less. So that sleep schedule is regulated by this little tiny part in the brain, this little dot here, called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. And I'm a biology major, if you couldn't tell. So this SCN, as we can call it, regulates rhythms in our bodies. One of these types of rhythms are the circadian rhythms, which is from Latin and means about a day. There are other rhythms that last longer, take longer to cycle through. And this is a graph of the sleep schedule that our bodies tend to like. Here you can see where sleepiest, the graph is the percent of sleepiness here. Oh. So we're sleepiest in the early morning, and then about 12 hours later in the early afternoon, right about after lunchtime. Huh. And that's called a bimodal pattern of sleep. All animals have patterns similar to these, and some have the different timed patterns also. Even plants do, although, of course, plants don't have the brain to regulate it. They use other mechanisms. Like some flowers with blossoms blossom in the morning and close at night, or the morning glory blossoms in the morning just for a couple hours and then closes. And then the sunflower actually moves its stem to follow the sun. So this SCN receives signals from predictable light sources like the sun, and adjusts when we start feeling sleepy and when we start feeling awake. This was a little more helpful before people in general started spending so much time outside or inside. So when we were outside more, we would get more sunlight, and that would affect us more. The brain is very adaptable. It can learn our personal habits like jobs and our time zones. So of course, we in the northern hemisphere have a nearly opposite schedule than those in the southern hemisphere. The suprachiasmatic nucleus regulates when our body temperature rises and lowers in accordance with our sleepiness, and the melatonin, it actually changes inversely to that. When the melatonin, yes, as our body temperature falls, the melatonin, the sleep hormone, rises, and we begin to feel sleepy. As the temperature rises, melatonin levels fall, and we wake up. And that's from a Harvard Medical School article. So how is sleep organized? Well, like I said, it has a number of different stages split into a blank screen. Split into NREM, which is non-random eye movement, and REM, random eye movement. That is actually my cat, Sunny. So, non-random eye movement is also called quiet sleep, when your nerves, or in the first step, your nerves start to calm down, and you think you're in a doze. And as you can see on this graph, this is when you're awake. It's just short, random. Then as you start getting drowsy, it gets just a little calmer, and these are called alpha waves. And then in the stage 1, the first real stage of sleep, you have theta waves, and this is much slower. These were measured by EEG, or a electroencephalograph, something that's very similar to that. Then the stage 2 lasts a little longer and is often a transition stage between other stages of sleep. And it speeds up, as you can see in stage 2, and has these little spurts of energy called sleep spindles, and then these called K-complexes. The evidence is not quite conclusive. It can't really be, because sleep is pretty hard to study, but it's thought that these act as a repetitive alert to keep you alert in case you need to wake up quickly. And then another one. Stages 3 and 4 are pretty similar, although they are separate. They just get increasingly deep and reparative and restful. And that is shown in here with very slow, long waves. And those stages 3 and 4 are the hardest to wake up from. Like him. He's having a hard time waking up. And then REM stage, random eye movement, also called dream sleep, which is when most of your dreaming takes place. Usually it takes place about 90 minutes after you start sleeping, and your brain is very active, just like when you're awake, as you can see here. Looks very similar to the awake. Although in REM stage, your body is almost paralyzed due to a nerve block that sets into place. And as the non-random eye movement stage repairs your body, the random eye movement repairs your mind more and helps you recall memories and process emotions better. Well, sleep is obviously a very complex, very integrative process, a series of processes. And as C.S. Lewis says here, if we only take this knowledge and don't accept it, that how strongly it points to a designer, it would only make us a more devious, self-centered man. Thank you.